Gameplay basics. Demo. Core game intro.
Okay, so you join us today as we play the Intro B mission, Hell on Wheels of Devil's Run. I'm joined by Julie.
Hello.
Hello, Julie. And we're going to have a quick go. Julie's never played the game at any regard whatsoever.
Never at all.
Never at all. So what we're going to do is quickly run through the mission itself. The idea of this particular mission is to do as much damage to the opponent. Each of these cards represent our three vehicles. So I've got a trike, a bike and a car. And Julie's got a bike, a buggy.
This one?
Yep. And a car, which goes there, that's it. And just to say, these two models are Wordforged Games Devil Run models. Everything else is either a toy car or manufactured by another manufacturer. When the game comes, it'll have the actual models that we'll be producing. So, this particular mission, all games start with a roll of a D10. So there's your D10, Julie. Okay. So if you roll your dice, I get a 6, you get a 7. So you get to choose whether you want to be the letters or the numbers, and this is for setup.
Okay.
So this is the first square. This is it represented here. So you just need to decide. It doesn't really make much difference.
Oh, letters.
You'll be letters. So you start by deploying one of your vehicles on any one of these squares. Now, what we should point out as well, this square here is letter A, but you can't actually put a car there because that's the primary position. So you can put your car on any of the other letters, but not on the A square. And all of the other vehicles take up one space.
Okay. So I have to put it where the letters are?
You can put one of your vehicles where the letter is relative on here.
Okay. So I'll put it where that B is there.
Okay.
Which, does that mean there?
That's it, perfect. So you put your car with its front at the front of the square.
Okay.
Then I'm going to put my vehicle next, so I'm going to start with my bike, which admittedly has 3 wheels, but it's still a bike in this game, in this example. So I'm going to put that there. And then you put one of your other vehicles, you can choose which one. That's a good choice. One of the things with these vehicles is they don't get reduced in movement by being on the rough on the side of the board, which is a good thing.
What, the buggies? The
buggies, that's right. And now I'm going to place my car, and I'm going to place a car in position 2, which is here. So that's my car in place.
So I can't put, I've got my bike left, but I can't put it in.
You can put it there, yeah, because that counts as road,
okay.
Just about. Okay, so it's your bike in place, and then I'm going to put my last vehicle, which is my bike, in position there. So that's a setup, and it's pretty much as simple as that. So the next thing we do is roll our dice again to see who gets first turn.
Okay, same dice.
Same dice, this is D10 again. I get 4 this time, you get 7, so you get to go first. Okay. I'm just going to zoom the camera out so that people can see the full board. Or a little bit more of the board at least. I always do it the wrong way. And then we'll go up a little bit as well. So as you can see, there's the 3 tiles are set up ready to go. Another couple of things just to point out. This is debris, which affects your ability to move and can cause you damage as well. So all of these pieces that aren't our vehicles are debris.
And what are these bits?
They're also just debris. So these are actually taken from another game called Thunder Road, and these are just bits of plastic that I've acquired recently.
Okay.
So we have a turn counter, and this is available as well. So we're on turn 1. So Julie's going to go first. I'm just going to grab some dice over here for when we start doing things. So Julie, you can choose any of these vehicles that you want to start with.
Okay.
So it's completely up to you.
I'll choose my car.
You're going to go with your car. So if you look here, this is your stat lines. Now car has a movement modifier of 2, which means that's the minimum it has to move every turn.
Okay. And
then you get to roll a D3, which is this dice here, to see how much your maximum movement can be.
Okay.
So you've got a 2 with that dice, so that means you've got 2 plus 2 is 4, so you can move between 2 and 4 spaces. If you move diagonally, it costs you 2 spaces. And if you go into here, when you start your next turn, you'll lose the ability to use your movement modifier.
Okay. So So I can move up to 4, between 2 and 4.
Yes, and the other key thing now which we should share is this is the arcs of fire for each vehicle. Now obviously a car has a driver, because we're in America, a passenger and potentially a third passenger. You only have these 2 arcs. So that means that you have to get, when say you shoot at this car here, that's your front of your car, so that means you're shooting it with in that square, so you can do it.
Am I shooting that?
No, you move first, so it's just so that you're aware that, because obviously where you move to will affect your ability to shoot.
Okay. So is it more important to think about shooting other people or more important to think about going further?
In this particular mission, it's more important to think about shooting and doing as much damage to me.
Okay.
So you might want to do a different vehicle maybe.
And I can move 2.
If you move diagonally, it's 2 space. It costs 2 points of movement. So you could move to there, for example, or you could move 4 forward.
So I can move 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
No, you have to move either diagonally or forward.
Oh, okay.
So you can move into any of those 3 spaces. That costs you 1. Those both cost you 2.
Okay. Well, I'll move there.
And then you've got another 2 if you want it, but you don't need it. You don't need to use it.
I want to shoot you.
Okay, well then, in that case, it's probably best that you stay where you are, because if you move too much further forward, you won't be able to shoot my car. So, you're ready to shoot. Now, here's your car. So its ballistic skill for the driver is always the BS1 position, because that's the guy that's driving and shooting.
Okay.
So your BS1 is 6. So you get a D10, and your vehicle in this case is a pistol. Which has got a rate of fire of 1, so you just get one. Your weapon, sorry. Yeah, you get 1 dice, and that's that means rate of fire of 1. So if you had rate of fire of 2, you get 2 dice.
Okay.
Simple.
Yeah. Sorry, I missed what R for.
R is the range, so that means the maximum you can go. So if we look on your car, it's actually your your guy here. So you're going to shoot not in that square. Not in that square, but in that one, so it's -1.
Okay.
So that means your ballistic skill is normally 6, so -1 becomes 5, and you've got to get 5 or less to hit me.
5 or less?
Yeah, on that dice, on the D10. And you get an 8, so you miss. So it's now my turn, and I am going to move my... I think I'm going to move my car actually, so I've got the same stat lines, so I get 2 + 2, so exactly the same situation.
Why did you do that? Is that what I did?
Yeah, that's the D3. That's the movement, the D3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. But like you, if I do that, I won't be able to shoot at anything. So I'm going to do pretty much the same as you, which is go to there, and then I'm going to shoot, but it's going to be my passenger this time. So the passenger's slightly better at shooting, and I've got no modifiers because you're in a 0 square. Put this here so you can see. So 0 square, so that means I don't have any modifiers, and the BS of the passenger is 8.
Okay.
So I've got to get 8 or less, and I get 5. So I hit you.
Oh.
So that means therefore that you've got to try and save 1 point of damage on your car, and you have an armour value, which is 2. So that means you've got to get 2 or less on that to save it. Which you do. So I don't do any damage either.
Phew.
Okay, so it's now your next vehicle.
Okay, and I can choose which one?
Yeah, only the ones you haven't yet moved.
Oh, okay.
So you've got your bike and your buggy to go.
Okay. Well, he's not going to hit anything anyway.
Well, interestingly, he will.
He will?
Because he can shoot backwards. He's got an arc like this.
Okay.
But you're probably better off going with your bike first, because that's behind, which if you can get in front of this guy or side on at least, he's not going to do you damage because he does lots of damage.
Okay, so could I just carry on straight behind him? Which one's he?
Mine is the trike.
Okay.
So you'll probably either want to get away from him as much as you can,
or be beside him.
Or be beside him, but remember he'll move before he shoots.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright, so what do I do?
It's up to you. Which one do you want to take first? Bike?
Yeah.
Okay, so a bike gets the ability to roll 2 dice and then you choose whichever one you want. Most people would choose the higher in most cases. So you got a 2 and you got a 1.
So I'll choose the 2.
So that's your 2, and then the bikes have a movement modifier of 3. So you've got to move a minimum of 3, a maximum of 5.
So I could try and get to your car to shoot your car, yeah?
You could, yeah, if you could do that. That's probably quite a good idea. So you could go to there,
yeah.
shoot it. So that's 2, that's 4. So you're well legal.
Okay.
And so you look on your bike. Obviously, it's only got 1 BS because it doesn't have a passenger. So your BS of a bike is 7. So you just got to get 7 or less because again you're shooting a pistol. Now you've got a critical hit.
Have I?
Yes, because you've got a 1. That means that if I don't save it, I take an extra point of damage.
Okay.
So I've got to try and save it, and I'm the same as your car, which means I've got to get 2 or less to save it. I get a 5. So you take and cause 2 points of damage on my car.
Okay. Whoop.
So just put them to one side because we'll count them up later at the end of the game. So that was a really good one for your bike. Now I am going to I've moved my car, so that leaves me with my trike, which is that one, and my bike, which is also technically a trike in the model form, but you know.
You're playing it as a bike.
Yeah. So I have a bit of an issue because I've got some debris in front of me. So I'm going to roll first of all. I get 1, and my movement modifier for my trike. But mine is 3 plus 1 is 4. But trikes have to move. They cost 3 points to move diagonally because they're less manoeuvrable than all the other vehicles. So I'm going to go to there, which is the maximum I can do. Now I am then going to try and shoot your bike. So if I look at my table here, so that's mine. I'm going to shoot backwards. So that's the white space.
Yeah.
That's the -1. That's the -2, which is the same as that. Now, if you're close to me with my flamer, I can do 3 points of damage, rate of fire of 3. But for every square, or every minus on here, I lose a dice as well. So I've only got 1 dice, and I'm shooting it with a ballistic skill of 7 minus 2, so 5 or less to hit you. And I manage it. Now the other good thing with the flamer is you get no chance to save it with armour. So that basically means you just give me straight away 1 of your tokens from there.
Just 1?
Yep, because I only did 1 point of damage.
Okay.
I didn't get a critical, unfortunately. So that's there. And I could potentially shoot, in fact I can shoot forward. So a bike, the driver can shoot as well. So I can shoot you there as well. So that is across.
But you've just had a go at shooting.
Yeah, the back guy and the front guy can both shoot.
What?
So that means I get a -1 on my front guy, and I need to get 6, and I get 4. So that means I hit you there, and you get with your buggy you get a 2 as well. So you got 2 or less to save it.
On which dice?
On the d6. And you don't. So you lose another one of them, and it becomes mine in my pot. So we're currently even on the amount of damage we've caused.
Okay.
So your next vehicle, your only vehicle, is your buggy.
Yeah.
So you roll one of them. So 3 plus 2 is 5. So you can move up to 5.
Okay.
Now your buggy is able to, when it's on this area, it can move without modification. Whereas if it's any of the other vehicles they were on here when they started their turn, they would lose their movement modifier.
Okay.
So it's one of its skills. I mean, if you imagine a buggy's bounces around,
yeah.
much easier than a bike or a car or a trike.
So, can I shoot backwards with him?
You can.
Am I going to be able to try and shoot him? Is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, you can, but the problem you've got is this will block line of sight.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be difficult to get you in position this turn. That said, it might be worth trying to, or it might be just worth getting a little bit ahead of everybody else, because another way you can win is to get ahead of everybody by 3 tables. So if for example you got this off of the end board before
somebody was left on that
and
one.
they were left on here, they'd be out of the game.
Okay. Alright, I can try and do that. So I move forward 5, is that right?
Yeah, and the other thing you can do, which I should have, you can also go backwards. So you can do slam on the brakes.
Everybody can do that.
Any vehicle can do that. So your buggy could move 5 backwards, which may be putting it in a better position to shoot people. It has to go its full movement.
They couldn't go 3 backwards.
So yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would get you to there, which means you would be able to shoot my car and this bike, but you wouldn't get particularly good. You have quite a lot of modifications.
Okay, I'll just carry on going forwards.
Yeah.
There we go.
Great. So my last vehicle is this bike here. I get 2 dice. I've actually got 3 there, so I probably don't need to roll up to 3 twice. So that means I've got a movement of 6. So I am going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I going to do that? Yeah, I'm going to do 4, 5, 6. So I'm there.
Okay.
That's the end of the turn.
You're not going to shoot anyone?
I can't because I've only got a forward arc.
Okay.
And he's out of range. So turn 2 starts. And we start again. So that was the first turn. What we'll do is we'll start looking at doing things like ramming and side swiping now, because that makes it quite more interesting as well.
Okay.
So next thing to do is roll again one of your d10s.
Okay.
See who gets to go first. I get 10 and you get 1. So I get to go first.
What?
Although I could pass it to you, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
So I am going to move my car first of all, and I'm going to try and side swipe you. So I should definitely be able to do this because I'm in the right position.
I need to stick some little knives out of my wheels.
Yeah, you need some wheel defence and stuff like that. So I'm going to side swipe you. I am successful. Now you get the opportunity to evade.
How do you know you're successful? Sorry, I missed that.
Because I can just do it automatically because I have the movement ability. So your ability to evade, you've got an E value on all of your vehicles.
Yeah.
And you can choose to evade, in which case you get a 3. You have to get 3 or less on a D10. So with a car it's not so likely, but with some of the other vehicles it might be.
So I can choose to evade. Why would I not evade?
Well, some people might feel, if my car is in a weaker position, so it might be really damaged, you're likely to do more damage to it than I would you.
Okay.
With certain skills. But in this case it's probably best to do it. So you do not evade. So now we see what we do damage-wise to each other. So on a side swipe, I take a D3 and roll that, and I get 3, and I add that to my current chassis value, which is 7, so that's 10, plus my armour value, which is 2, so that's 12. That's my total. And then you roll that.
2.
You see, you get 2. Plus your armour is 2 as well, so that's 4, and then your vehicle is undamaged, so you've got 14. What did I get?
12, I think.
Yes. Maybe I've got wrong. Yeah, so I've actually done more damage to me.
Oh,
so that would be a reason not to evade. That's not so good. That was a bad move by me. So 2 points of damage because it's the difference between the 2 of us. So the first one I'll try and save. And I fail.
Why would you fail?
Because I need to get 2 or less.
Okay.
Because that's my armour value.
Okay.
Now, as it happens, if I'd have saved that, I would have then been able to try and save the second one. But I didn't save it. So I can't try and save the second one. It automatically goes through. So unbelievably, even though it was my action, you get that. And offensive...
I feel so proud.
Well done you. Offensive actions actually give you... They cost 2 action points, so instead of moving and shooting, you do an offensive action which costs 2.
Okay.
So that means I've got nothing else I can do with my car.
Okay.
And it's now your go.
Okay. So what do I do?
So you choose which vehicle you want to use.
Oh, I'll use my car.
Now you could always side swipe back, and you know you're in a much better position now because I've already taken some damage.
Oh, that's very true. So I could do that without having to move forwards.
That's it.
That's
so you
what
just
you did, wasn't
just declare it. So you would go like that. I'm going to try and evade because obviously it's going to do me damage. I've got to get 3 or less, and I manage it. So that means nothing happens.
Okay. That's your turn.
And now it's my turn, so I am going to move this guy, my trike. So that's, again, I've only got 4 and I've got to do 3 to get past that, which I'm definitely going to do. So 3, and that's all I'm going to do because I'm going to try and shoot at him with the back shots. So that means you're in a -2 position, so I get 1 dice again, and I've got to get 5 or less, which I don't do.
Is that a 10 then?
Yeah, 0 is a 10.
Okay.
They just don't, I don't know why they don't write 1 on them, but they don't. And then, so that's the end of his go, but the front guy might be able to shoot, but I think 1, 2, 3, you're too far away, so I can't get to him.
Hooray!
Rats. So it's now your second vehicle.
Buggy, I think.
Yep. So you can do a backwards slam on the brakes, which basically means you move backwards, or you can go forwards, or you can do anything else you want. You can move diagonally as well, but there's nothing really to shoot at the moment. Obviously, if you go forward, you'll have less.
Yeah, okay, so which die do I move?
You roll one of them to see what your extra is on top of your 2 you get naturally.
3.
So you've got 5. So if you do slam on the brakes, you have to go 5 directly backwards. But if you do anything else, you can just, I mean, you could just move to there and do nothing more, because that would be your 2, your movement modifier.
Okay, or I could just go straight forward.
Or you can carry on forward, yeah. Now you're worrying me here because you're quite a long way ahead of all the other vehicles, and you're in a stronger position there as well, because I've only done 2 damage and you've done 4 behind your beer. Right, so that leaves me with my bike. So I am going to roll my 2d3s, which is what the bike can do. I get a 3 and a 2, so I'm going to take the 3, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because I'm getting nervous, you're too far ahead. I've got nothing in front of me that I can shoot because he's too far away. If you can check the camera can see your vehicle, I think you've gone so far ahead.
So far ahead, so speedy.
It can at the moment. Now let's watch me do it the wrong way again, which I've just done. So I'm going to just move the camera up a little bit so we can still see the cars at the bottom and the buggy at the top. My camera won't zoom out any further. Okay, so that's that. And now it's your bike's go.
Yep. So it's one of these ones,
yeah? You actually get 2 and you choose which one you want with the bike.
Why do I get 2?
It's just one of the skills, it's called manoeuvrable. So you get 1 and 3, so you can choose whichever one you want.
Why would I choose 1 if I could do 3?
Because you might want to ram on the brakes.
Oh,
and you might not want to go quite so far back, for example, or if you are going to ram on it, or if you're going to ram on the brakes or brake, any of those things you might not want to go quite as far backwards.
Okay. Well, which I'm thinking that clearly I want to shoot either your trike or your car.
Yeah.
But I'm a bit worried about going close to your trike because he might, on the next go, you might just throw flames at me.
I certainly would. Because that is what that weapon's about. It's really nasty if you get behind it.
So I'm thinking probably I'll go for the car.
Okay, so the car...
so I'm in a good position where I am, I don't necessarily...
But you have to move 3.
Or 1.
No, it has to be 3, it's your movement modifier, you have to move.
Oh, okay.
So that actually might even stem your options, because you have to move, you know, even if you went there, it'd be 2, 3, and you're already only able to shoot forward with a bike.
What about the moving 1 with the...
You could hit the car if you did that.
If I did a ram on the brakes with the number what, with that 1?
You'd go 4 backwards and you'd be off the board and out of the game.
Why 4? Why not 1?
Because you have to move the dice, you have to move the total of movement. When you
have I got something else here then that tells me?
Yeah, you've got your 3.
Okay.
Quandaries.
So I've got to move at least 4.
Yeah. I mean, what you could do is go over
Could
here.
I go like that and like that? But then I'm really close to him, aren't I?
Yeah, if you did that.
But he's got to move yet. Has he moved?
No, he moved because he shot at you. But what you could do is go over here. You'd still be able to shoot him, and you'd be quite a long way out of his range, especially remembering he will have to move before he can shoot you back.
Okay. Alright then, I'll do that.
Okay, so you can definitely shoot me, and you will have a minus 1 modifier. So you just take your bike, and so 7 minus 1 is 6. You've got to get 6 or better.
What does BS mean?
Ballistic skill, your ability to shoot ballistically.
7. So, sorry, I missed what I should be doing because I was looking at that.
Yeah, you need to roll that dice and get 6 or less.
Why 6 or less?
Because it's that,
Yeah.
minus the modifier for its position that you're shooting at, which is minus 1, which becomes 6.
Okay.
So,
Oh,
7
okay.
minus
Minus
1.
1 is 6. I have to get 6 or less.
Correct. 4, so you hit me. So I've got to get 1 or less, which is impossible to get less than 1, but I've got to get 1.
Why do you have to get 1 or less?
Because my armour is
Armour.
1.
Okay.
So he's okay. So that means everybody's been.
Everybody's been.
So we now roll again. 8 versus 8, roll again. Nicked your dice. So I go first.
Lucky dice.
So I am going to. What am I going to do?
Who are you moving?
I'm going to move him.
You can't move that one.
No, he's yours. I'm going to move my bike. 3, so I'm going to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that'll be all I'll do, and then I'll shoot at him. So that'll be minus 2. Yeah, minus 2. So I get 5 or less, and I don't. So you're okay.
Okay, that's
Now
good.
it's your turn.
I have to choose who it is first.
Yep.
Yeah. The car. So what do I do?
Right, you've got to choose what you want to do. Do you want to move? Do you want to try and sideswipe me again?
Yeah.
You can even ram him, maybe.
No, I'm going to try and sideswipe your car again.
Okay.
It
so
worked really well last time.
Go there. I've got to get 3 or less to try and avoid it. I managed to avoid the damage. So I'll be ineffective aided.
So that's that.
That's that.
No shooting.
No shooting.
Okay.
So it's now, I've got my car or my trike. I'm going to take my trike next. So you've positioned yourself well there because that's going to defend you from any damage I can get through.
Okay.
So I get 1 again. He's not in a very moving type of mood. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go, just going to do that straight. I can't shoot anything in either direction, so that's me.
Okay, so the only one I've got left. I can't remember what I've done this round.
So
I've done my buggy.
You haven't done your buggy, and you haven't done your bike. So you've only done your car.
Oh, okay. Buggy.
Okay. Now, interestingly, if you were to slam on the brakes now, you'd be able to get either of these guys.
And they've both moved.
And they've both moved, so they wouldn't be able to do anything back to you.
Pretty good.
Yeah. So roll your d3. So that's 3 plus the 2 you get naturally. So you have to move 5 backwards.
Okay.
Right. So that means.
So was I there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So most of it would have been okay. So with your buggy, you have like a blind spot directly around you.
Okay.
But then the next square along, you can hit. So you can hit him with a 0 modifier, or you can hit him with a -1.
And have I got 2 shots?
You have 3 shots with this guy.
Okay.
Now, this is more dangerous to you because obviously it's got the bigger weapons on it. But actually, it's up to you.
Can I get him because of this?
Good point. No, you cannot, so it would have to be him.
Okay.
So you get 4 dice.
Misinformation, I moved backwards because I thought I'd get him.
Get him instead.
Okay.
It'll be worth it. So you get your 3 dice, 3 d10s, and you have to look at your ballistic skill. Now, the buggy is an automated system, so it's not quite as good, but you obviously got better weapons, so you get 6s or less with those 3 dice. What?
1, 1 and 7.
So they're both critical. So that one's out, you've missed there. So both of these, if I don't save them, I take an extra point of damage. So that means I could potentially take 4 here on that bike, which has only got 5. So I've got a 1 to get on the first one. So if I save it, I save the critical as well.
Okay.
I don't. So that one gets through, which is 2, and I can't even attempt to save that because I failed. So I take 4 damage on my bike, and you get 4 of my thingies.
Lovely.
You are massively in the lead now.
Beginner's luck.
Yeah. So I've only got my car left to go, and I'm going to drive like Billy-O. 3. So that means I get 5 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it's your bike is the last vehicle.
Okay.
Now, actually, I can't shoot because you're blocked by that debris as well. And what I should say for people watching is that debris doesn't normally block line of sight, but we're doing that for this particular demo.
Oh, okay.
But it's just a sort of, once we get pieces of terrain that we can use that are better, then we can show it in the 3 forms.
Okay. Alright then, so my bike's the only one left. I need to use one of these.
You need to use 2 and choose whichever one you want.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
That's right.
2 and a 1.
And you
So
get
what
3.
am I on a bike?
Yeah,
I'm on a bike. And that's movement is 3.
Yeah.
So I could move 3. I could move 4 or I could move 5.
Yeah. So you choose which dice.
Okay.
So you're probably better off taking that one because unless you're going to slam on the brakes or ram somebody. So you're best off taking that one.
Yeah.
And so if you do that, that means
kind of try and come round like that.
Yeah, you're probably because this is the thing now. You're going to be that's probably your best bet. So to go there 2, then there.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that right? And I could move another 1.
Correct, and you may as well.
To try and shoot him.
Yep.
Okay.
So you will get a -1 modifier on your BS skill. BS1.
Yes, I get what?
So it's the same story as we did before.
7.
So you've got 7.
Yeah.
And then you take 1 off of it because of the position of the thing you're shooting at.
Oh, okay. Let's have a look at that.
So it's not in the first one. It's not there.
No, he's
in the next one across.
He's there, isn't he?
Yeah.
So -1.
That's it.
So my ballistic skill is 7, and that's -1.
It's 6.
So I've got 6. So I have to get less than 6.
6 or less.
With 1 dice.
Correct.
1.
You keep getting ones.
Getting ones.
So this time I've got to get 2 or less on my armour, which I don't do. So you do the 1 normally and an extra 1.
Okay.
Crikey, Mikey. Oh, makes me sad. It's my game, don't beat me. Right then, so that's the end of turn 2. Okay. So we move to turn 3. That's that. We roll to see who goes first. Higher the better.
10.
You go first, or you can give it to me.
No. So I just choose who to
And just to say, the reason why somebody might pass it to somebody else is, in certain situations you might want to get the other person in position.
In front, yeah. I'll have my car. It feels a bit lonely out there at the back.
Okay.
I want to move him up a bit.
So you roll your dice as normal.
One of these?
One of these.
One of those. 3. So I look at how much you can move is 2. So I can move 5.
Yeah, between 2 and 5 you can move.
Between 2 and 5?
Yeah. So that 2 is your absolute minimum you have to move.
Okay.
and then that's what you can move on top.
Okay. Oh, I thought some of the other moves.
If you slam on the brakes,
yeah,
or you ram on the brakes, you have to move the one you choose, the maximum.
Okay. So between 2 and 5.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now what you could do is you could go to here for 2, 3, 4, and then ram him.
We haven't done that before.
Which would be quite messy.
Would it?
For me, probably.
Let's do it then.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then push you forward.
So I get the ability to evade.
Does it damage this one as well?
No, because I don't hit that one, because he's actually in that square. If you had done it, it would have done us all more damage, but fortunately I was well positioned. I do not evade, so that means you do the damage. So you moved 5 spaces, and your armour value is 2, so that's 7.
Yeah. Say armour
it's
2.
Here. Yeah, it's armour 2, so you've got, don't worry about that bit. Okay. So that's 5 plus 2 is 7, and then a d3. So that's how much damage you're going to do me.
10.
No, you have to roll that.
Oh, okay.
So you get 1 there, you move 5 spaces is 6.
Yeah.
And then your armour value is 2, so that becomes 8.
Okay.
Now I have my armour value, which is 2, plus this, which is 1, so I get 3. So the difference is 8 minus 3, which is 5. So you've done 5 points of damage to my car.
Okay.
Now I get to try and save it. So the first one, I don't save, and therefore I can't attempt.
What are you trying to?
I need to get 2 or less.
Okay.
I can't attempt anymore. I lose 5 off my car. It only has 3.
This is looking good.
So you take those.
Yeah.
My car becomes a wreck.
Oh no!
That is very upsetting.
That's so bad.
I don't believe you now. Right, I am now going to... Don't laugh, it's not funny. It's my game.
It is a bit funny.
Oh. Okay, so I am now going to move my trike.
Okay.
2, so that means I got 5. So 3.
Oh no, are you trying to get to my buggy?
Yes. So I'm going to go there, and then I'm going to flame him.
No!
So with a flame, so it's not in a 0 position, it's in a -1. So that means I've got 2 dices. 2 dices. And I have to get 6s with these, or less. I get 1 of them through. You can't attempt to save because of the nature of the weapon, because it's a flaming weapon. So you don't get an armour save. So that is mine for what it's worth. So current tally is I've got 3, sorry, and you have got something like 13. I would like to say that I'm letting you win, but it's not true.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13 versus 3. So that's me, so it's now your turn. You've moved your car, so you can use your bike or your buggy.
Okay. Have you moved? You haven't moved.
All I've done is him.
You've done him?
Yeah.
Okay. So I could come up quite close behind him and...
Or in front of him, because you've got 360, remember?
On the bike?
On this. Oh, on the bike, sorry, I didn't know you were talking about the bike. Yeah, you could come in behind him and shoot him.
Okay. Alright, so I think I'm going to try and do that.
Okay.
Move one of them?
2 of them.
2 of them.
So you can choose which one. You can either the 1 or the 2 and add it to the 3 you've already got.
So I can either move 5
Or 4.
or 4. Or anything up to 5.
No. Minimum of 3.
Okay.
And then one of those 2 dice is your
Okay.
maximum.
So I guess I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and be really
Yep.
close.
May
I've
as
got
well.
a blind spot, have I?
No, you haven't got a blind spot on the bike.
Okay.
Well, you have, but it's directly behind you.
Now if I go really, I mean, I'm just thinking when he moves, say if he moves there, I'm still going to be quite close, aren't I?
Yeah, but that's a much more appealing target for me.
Is it?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
You'll be fine.
Okay. Let's go through it from
Okay,
there.
so you've got 1 dice, ballistic skill 7, no modifiers, 7 or less, and don't get another 1. You get a 7. So I've got get a 1.
Ah!
Oh, you managed.
Rubbish!
So that leaves me with him and him.
Not him.
Well, I'll show you what he can do in a second. It's not great.
I'm thinking he's dead and you're telling me he's got another life.
He might get out, turn his car around and start driving. So I'm going to use I'm actually going to try that now.
With the car?
Yeah, so I have to roll 3 of, this is called a repair. So I've got 3 dice. If I get 2 6s, I get 1 point back and he can instantly move.
Okay.
His movement modifier. If I get 3, he gets 3 points back.
3 6s.
3 6s. Highly unlikely. I think it's 1 in 216 chance. And I haven't done it, even got 1 6. So he's still there. And he carries on like that until he's off the board.
Okay.
And he's a wreck now, which if you drive into him or over him will do you damage.
Okay.
Okay, so that's me done. It's now your turn with your
Buggy.
buggy.
And I have one of these, yeah?
Yep. So you've got to move at least 2 and you can move 3. And just to say, my bike is very nearly dead as well.
How do I know that? Oh, he's only got 1.
Yeah, because you did loads of
Shield.
damage with him last time.
Are they called shields? Have they got a special
They're
name?
called chassis points, the black ones.
Okay. But the trike has got lots.
At the moment it has lots, he's undamaged.
Okay. But the fact that the bike is weak, if he shoots me, he's still...
Well, you just got 1 less guy on the table to worry about, that's the thing. I mean, it's up to you. You won't destroy that one, but you'll do it some damage. You will probably destroy that one.
Okay.
I say probably, because if he doesn't...
Well,
Okay.
who knows? Okay. I've completely lost what I'm doing now.
You're moving up.
Which of yours I'm going to destroy? I've
Which
lost
one of them
lots.
do you want to try and destroy?
This one. This
Okay.
one.
So you need to roll, you need to move between 2 and 3, so you're probably best just to get
Go
to
there.
there, or
1, 2.
even there if you want.
Okay, well let's have a look at the shooting.
So that's your buggy there. So he's got
Okay.
his blind spot around him,
Okay,
and where both these vehicles are at the moment, they are in your 0 zone,
okay.
and he would stay there if you moved another
No,
one.
that
forward.
one,
He would drop into your -2.
2. So if I could move forwards 1 more,
Yeah,
and
and
it'd
it's
still be the same. Zero.
probably a good thing to do because you want to try and avoid him
Yeah.
getting in front of you actually. So
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Okay. So you get 3 dice,
Which kind of...
the ones you've been using for shooting, halfway through the d10s, and and you'll be in trouble. And then you basically roll. Where are we? Buggy.
Buggy.
6s or less. Don't get any ones. 5 to 8. So that one's discarded.
I've got a 2 and a 5.
Right, I've got to save both of these, otherwise I've got yet another wreck on my hands.
Okay.
With 1s or I've got to get 1s. First one I do not get, so I take 2 damage, which is enough to turn it into a wreck. You get yet another token. That becomes a wreck.
Great.
And then I have my last action, which is to try and save that one.
Save which one? Oh, okay.
Unwreck it. Just imagine he's been.
Yeah, they've got a bit of a headache because I've been
Oh.
landed on the floor.
So he's out for the moment at least. And we now move to turn 4. I think this is a whitewash. So we both roll this to see who goes first. 2 for me, 8 for you. You can choose to go first or second. This is where it starts getting tactical, because he's really out of the game, so you may as well leave him till later.
But if I let you go first, then he'll have to go off.
See, yeah, I mean, if it was me, I would probably use him now. Actually, maybe not. No, do your own thing. You could even move your car, actually, because he's not going to affect it, and then I'd have to move him, although I could move have my go on either of these, so it's completely up to you what you want to do. But remember, you've got to try and destroy my trike without turning it from a 15 to 3 whitewash, which is highly unlikely anyway.
I like the game! I'm just thinking, if I let you go first, you might have your go trying to save your upside down men.
That's it.
But at some point, you've got to move this one.
Yeah.
And then he'll be in front of either this one or this one. And so it'll be better to shoot him.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Well, I mean, he's already technically in front of that one anyway, so you might want to get him in front and safer.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll have my turns first, and I'll use my bike.
Okay, so you get your 2 to see which one you want to move.
A 2 and a 2.
So I think you're probably going to move
5.
5 up to 5. So the other good thing about this, with a bike, it does have a backward arc as well.
Okay.
So you could still get to sort of somewhere like here, 2, 3, 4, and still shoot back and do a reasonable amount of damage, or even get to there and shoot him. Because the other thing is you're causing me problems here, because then I've got to go that way to get past you. Because there's a wreck, you, another piece of debris in the road. It all becomes quite messy for me to get past.
But if he goes that way, he'll be close to that one anyway, so he won't be that worried, will he?
You can always go that way, block him off.
Yeah, like so I'll shield my other one.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can move between 3 and 5.
Correct.
So that's 1, 2.
You stop there. And then you could shoot, and it's -2.
Okay. Yep.
So
see it?
I was seeing it for them.
Yeah, for them guys. Right then. So I can't remember what I have to do.
Right. You take that dice. You
Yeah.
put your ballistic skill.
7.
-2.
-2. 5.
Get 5 or less.
7.
So no hit. So now I'm going to do one of my things. I'm going to try and rescue my car. Got 1 6, but that's not enough.
Okay.
So it's now your turn, and you can move any of the vehicles you're not yet actioned.
I'm going to try and move my car around
Okay.
your upside down car.
Okay. So it's same as always. Take a D3.
A 1.
1. So
So my car can move 2, so I can move 3.
yeah.
So I guess I can go here. Whoops, here.
Yeah.
And that guy was
And then
there.
one
Is that
more-
alright?
Yeah, and then another one forward as well if you want.
Yeah?
Yeah, because you had 3. So two diagonal, and then 3. So 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay, yep, yep.
There's nothing to shoot, obviously. So that's the end of
Can
his.
I not shoot him?
No, because he's in your blind spot, he's in the forward arc. So, I am going to
Does that mean you can only shoot out the
at the side
windows?
windows. I am going to move my trike, hopefully do some serious damage. 3, so that means I've got a movement of 6, I believe, yeah. So 3, 4, 5. Oh, you're causing me big problems. Can't do much to you, that's the annoying thing.
What about slamming on your brakes? Could you damage my car?
That's a good call. That's a very good call. But you do, let me look at the stats of slamming on brakes, ramming on the brakes rather. Yeah, you're still like doing more damage. Or at least it's going to be pretty close. I'm going to just go for it. So 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. I'm not sure if I can actually shoot anybody. I can shoot on that one there.
One.
So
sideways 1, 2, 3.
I can shoot that one.
Sideways 2, and then back another 1, 2, 3. So
yeah, I'll go for the bike.
sideways. Yeah, -2. Is that right?
Yep. So 1 dice, 5 or less. 0, nothing. It's now your turn.
Okay. My buggy's left to go, yeah?
Your buggy's left to go.
Okay. So buggy can move 2, and I've got 3, so I can move between 3, 2 and 5.
Correct.
So say if I move to 2, let's have a look at those little diagrams again.
You can move diagonally inwards as well.
Oh yeah, of course. So I could get, so I don't want to get right next to him.
No.
But I could get there, couldn't I?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
That's it.
Okay, and then
3 dices.
well, I'm just looking where he is. So if that's me, then you're 0. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
So 3 dice, and then your ballistic skill and your buggy is 6, I think. That's it.
So what am I trying to get?
6 or less.
I've got a
None.
Oh. Is that?
That's a 9. 0, which is a 10, and 7.
Okay.
It's all code. So we move. Let me just check when we have to start thinking about. Oh, it's turn 6. So now we roll to turn 5.
What are we thinking about in turn 6?
The game could end from turn 6 onwards.
Okay.
If it hasn't done already by you kidding me. I've just got to move him. I've got to see whether I can bring my bike back. No. Bike's out of it for the moment. Roll to see who gets first turn. 8 versus...
10.
Was it the 10? I thought it was the 10.
Definitely, it was a 10. Definitely.
So that means you get to choose to go first or second.
Second.
I'm just going to check the camera's still doing its thing because no, like it's stopped. It's still recording, that's good. You're going to go second? Interesting. Well, I'm going to use my bike rather, my trike, that's it, get there in the end. 3 plus 3 is 6, so 3, 6 to there.
Oh,
I'm going to shoot him, so that's in my -1 position, just there. I get 2 dices, and I've got to get 6 or less, a 1 and a 2. So because it's that, you're not allowed to take any armor saves because it's a flaming weapon. So that counts for 2 and that counts for 1. So I take 3 off your buggy.
Oh, poor buggy.
Buggy. So that improves my status a little bit, but not by much. And now it's your turn.
Okay.
Now you could.
Could my buggy ram your
You could indeed.
trike?
So roll your dice to see how far you move. 1. So that means you've got 3, which is enough. So you go forward. My bike goes forward.
1, 2.
That's it. Now I can try and evade this, and on a trike my evade value is 5, so I get 5 or less.
Okay.
Which I do. So that means I don't take damage, and I go into an evade square. I can choose that one or that one. And obviously it's more sensible for me because
it's not bumpy.
It's not bumpy. So I'm okay there. And now at one of my other vehicles, so I'll try and revive my bike.
5, 5, 5. What are the chances of that? If only it was 6, 6,
I know.
6.
It's just as equally chance likely to happen. So you've got your car and your bike left.
I'll do my bike.
Okay.
That one, just
Yeah.
one, not 2.
You do 2. 2
2
and
and
3.
3.
So up to 6.
3. Let's have a look at those. Do I want to go right behind him?
You don't need to actually. Just go
I could
directly
go
behind
there.
your buggy, yeah, which
Okay.
would protect your buggy potentially.
Okay.
And 1 dice, 1d10 at 7 or less. No.
10. Oh.
I can't remember which vehicle it was I tried to revive then. I think it was the bike, wasn't it?
I have no idea.
Oh, let's say the bike.
I think it was you did the bike.
Yeah, I'll
I
go for
think
the
it's
car now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so
6.
close!
I've got a car left.
You got your car. You may as well just like move like Billy O to catch up.
3. So my cards, so I've got 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep. Okay, so that's now it's turn 6, which is I think when we start rolling dice to see whether the game ends or not. So I wish we'd done it on turn 5, but never mind. Roll a d10, and the lower the better if you want the game. Yeah, for you that is the best result. So that means
Brilliant.
the game ends.
The game ends!
It's
What?
over. It's finished.
Okay.
We count up our
What would have
total.
happened if I hadn't rolled a 1?
We'd got another turn and then we'd have rolled again, and it's more likely to end in subsequent turns.
Okay.
So this is just an intro game,
Yeah.
just to show people how the rules of mechanics work. And obviously there's not that many vehicles, we haven't got that far, but it's quite a small version of the game. So I have got a grand total of 6 of your chassis points.
3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
So you obviously win the game significantly. So congratulations.
That's no problem. It was a pleasure.
We shake hands and then we shake fists.
Arrgh.
Okay, thank you very much. Hope everyone watching enjoyed. Let us know if you've got any questions, but that is the basics of the Devil's Run. Obviously there's lots more that comes in it when we start talking about the more advanced rules, you build your own gangs, etc. Special characters, all that sort of stuff, more weapons, etc. So basically that gives you a good idea of how the game works. Hope you enjoyed.
I enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.